Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, friends, I would like to introduce you to a topic which I consider most important for the coming generation of Muslim children, and the topic is the importance of science and the wholesome curriculum in the studies of the children, whether they are going to schools or madrasa or college, anywhere. So the whole idea is I would like to elaborate the importance of science because science is something which is considered a part of wisdom. So if you are a wise person, you are considered for a person who is using the science, the reasoning power to to decide something, to decide some action or decisions or whatever written in the scriptures. You try to take the help of the science to evaluate whether the scripture is talking something right or wrong. So this is what I would like to highlight today in my discussion. What is the importance of science and how it correlates with the religious education that we are getting. So let's consider a student who is studying science as well as the dini talim in a madrasa, and if he is able to understand, now he might have several questions while he is growing up, like even you and me ask so many questions about unity of God, how the God maintains the affairs of the world from across the seven skies. He is not on the earth. He is not even close to the earth. He is, and the God is well above the seven skies. He is regulating the affairs of the earth. How he is managing to do all these things? How is he one? What will happen to us? How will the dead body come back to the earth? So these were all the questions which were raised in our mindset while we were a child, but we may not have got the satisfactory reply because these require reasoning power, and this reasoning power cannot come unless we have the intellectual development of a child, and the intellectual development of a child requires analytical things, experimentations, awareness with the science and the technologies and all those things. So I would like to give an excellent example with regard to this. Uh, with with science, I and maybe you and other science students, they were able to understand how the satellite is able to monitor the affairs of the world. It's there about millions, thousands of miles above the earth, and it has no physical touch with the earth. Everything is just in the air, outer space. There may be no air there. In fact, it's like a geostationary satellite sitting across the thousands of miles, and it transmits information from one part of the earth and to the other part of the earth within a fraction of a second. So if I am talking to you on a phone from America and you are in India and you are also talking at the same time, so how is it that I am talking to you and my voice is getting transmitted to you within seconds? So who is doing all the affair, or who is regulating the affairs of a discussion from one part of the earth to the other part of the earth, traveling thousands of miles, maybe lakhs of miles? So this is all the miracle of a satellite. So when a non-living object can do the miracle, how why not the creator of the universe and the heavens and the earth? Why can't he regulate the affairs of the entire universe whilst he being sitting across the seven skies, which is very far from us? Why he cannot regulate our actions, whatever we are doing? He can do it, of course. So these are the things. So when we try to correlate with the scientific phenomena, the scientific dictionary, then we comprehend the power of our creator. When the existings are so powerful, the existing galaxies are so majestic, so big, and they are subjected to the perfect calculations. How the moon and the sun and the earth are subjected to perfect calculations. Not even a single second of delay is really possible. All are making perfect elliptical path without any quota of an error. How come all these things possible? They cannot be possible unless we have a creator who is far more more powerful and majestic as compared to the entire universe combined. So that is one of the reasons why we see uh, the Western world who are pursuing science as a primary field, and they are lagging behind in religion, because for them the definition of God as being defined by their faith is something which brings the God to a very lowly form. He brings the God to the form of as a human being taking a birth on the earth, and then he tries to make people aware of his teachings and all those things, and then he went away after introducing some teaching. So this is not a definition of God. The God ceases to be a God if he becomes a human being, and if he cannot regulate the affairs of the earth from across the seven skies, just like a satellite. Satellite need not come to the earth to transmit my voice to your voice. Similarly, the sun need not come to the earth to regulate the water cycle. We know the water cycle, scientifically speaking, water cycle is maintained by the sun. Sun evaporates the water, water comes up as clouds, and then the clouds, because of winds as well as the other combination of other parameters, they again fall down as water. So their sun, we are not expecting the sun to come down to the earth or to the ocean and then evaporate air, or prepare the food in the plants by means of photosynthesis. Everything is being regulated through the sun while it is at its original position. So we are not expecting any change in the system or the galaxies or structure of the galaxies to make sure that our plants are preparing the food, our oceans are preparing the water for the rains. We are not expecting sun to come down. In a similar manner, we understand how the God is regulating the affairs of the earth. Now, so this is one of the best example I can relate as to why is it necessary for a common Muslim children to understand Islam, because understand science, because even if we have the understanding of science, even most of the verses written in the Quran, they actually are related to the science. We have the several verses available in the Quran which demands human